yes, first 11 levels where he's happy to go for these early skirmishes. And I think that's going to be the biggest difference maker, especially once he gets level 6. But KOI, as you rightly said, a lot more
Push
scaling.
out here in a HP trade. This feels like a pretty sure thing.
I mean, 2 big double taps there from Sam D right as the dragon spawn meant that they have to back away on that bottom side. LEC, again, using this Mundo's power really effectively. And he's off to a great start. Level 6 already, you can see Elyoya. A major
that Navi's guaranteed numbers advantage. And keep your eyes on the minimap and watch Mainter observers, also highlighting it for you as well. This rotation down from Mainter to catch the mid wave means that Ryze can actually stay mids, and if K'Sante stays top lane to push another wave, then he can just TP back to bot. Now that there was no contest from KOI, he should feel comfortable being able to catch that.
Next wave coming in. Mirwin has TP up in a couple of cycles, but he's not going to be able to use it. LEC, as you said, Grub's going to be taken. Now looking for the invade off the back of top prio. This top jungle, I mean, right now making magic happen. Let's see if they can do anything about Mirwin.
Level 11. Ult's available now. Not quite available for Mainter.
Cleaver into a HP stacker. Very nice. Heart steal 4-3. Ulti used by Mirwin just to flash away. Still hit with the Cleaver and the hop. Gets a double bounce. Elyoya hovering over the side as LEC pops the ulti, but still first blood is there. Navi play it cool as a cucumber.
Elyoya was in the area, but to me it looked like the calm had already been. You can't save me, Elyoya, there's no point.
Yeah.
But then Mirwin did all this damage to the Mundo, and then Elyoya's like, oh, wait, actually, I think maybe we could have taken this, but then he was too late. Meanwhile, trading going the favor of KOI in the bottom lane. This Aphelios continuing to get stronger, built himself up a bit of a small lead, but Navi now holding on to a very sizable lead as they secure first tower in the top lane.
That's 1.8.
And MKOI using the invade as a team, as a unit, to make sure they get something back. Crystallize is good, not bad. Poby gets a roost over in prison. Another cleaver. Jojo holds on to the egg for now. Navi looking for the chase here, and Super's on the way for the flank. The Crystallize will once again onto Rillet. Magical journey, he won't be able to take it. And instead, Paris has to flash away with a shutdown. Go to Elyoya. Over the wall, Poby still followed up. Comet Spear there, flash away. Realm Warp, Navi have to go, go, go. And out the back door they run. Despite gold still being in Navi's favor, we come back to live and Poby's going to slow onto Elyoya, teleport in, and the fighting begins again. Jojo about to turn into a giant egg as he flashes over the wall. Magical journey for the follow-up as well. Poby gets the room prison down, but again the wall is making about to go Megana, but they won't let him. The CC chain from MKOI keeps him in place. Tempered Fate stops and engage, but Elyoya flashes forward as Paris wants the magical journey out, but again, they won't let him. MKOI so good at saying no.
A huge polymorph from Alvaro in the middle of that fight onto Mainter. Denies the setup that Navi were playing for, and MKOI can turn it around.
KOI's response to a lot of these skirmishes is clean and clinical. Navi think that they have caught these KOI players out of position, but it is Navi to turn their attention back onto Elyoya. I wonder if they'd committed onto Elyoya earlier, if that had actually given them enough time.
Ooh. Flying bird, okay. Well, chickens can indeed do it. As caught out as Paris, that mega blast cone.
Where they can match on some of these side lanes. So for MKOI, what started off as a very good game for Navi, they're now starting to pull back in with some creative plays on side lanes.
They're all going to be using mid in the meantime, though, and side lanes be damned. Navi going to run it down mid. 3 members of MKOI stand here to defend. Well, the NAVI is not there, and that's a major wave clear right now. Mid still standing, though, and Herald can't get the job done. Meanwhile, as mid holds on, side waves in Mirwin. He's just taking it down himself, down to one last plate in this outer turret bot.
The gold is dead even, but I really think this ultimately favors KOI.
Yeah.
This mid tower isn't long for this world.
Fate, Super kites it out. Oh my, I mean, this guy got some dancing slippers on tonight.
The bonus movement speed that Alvaro provides is going to be fully online. This Aphelios is becoming scarier and scarier. Elyoya, though, he fancies a bit of a fight.
Cosmic Binding, Mainter has no Mega Narbar, though, and MKOI say, yeah, we'll take the fight with the Lulu as well. Slowed down with the Make It Rain, and Sam D just wants to set up the bullet time, but Cosmic Binding doesn't connect a second time. Mirwin has an angle, the angle of the gods right now. The flash, the pass maker, again, the no button launches. MKOI get another. Rillet lose the passive and now goes a little bit crazy. Navi have to retreat. Engage, or rather, stopping the disengage from Navi. And now Dragon starts again, the condition that Navi wanted to play towards. It's going out the window. This Dragon's going to be done before anyone gets on in. Tempered Fate from Paris. Not yet. Dragon goes down. MKOI take it. 2 for 2 yet again in the second game.
NAVI need to get out though. Look at topside. That's all they're playing for. They just want to keep MKOI here so they can get Vincere that tower topside. He ends up picking it up. But how long can they delay?
They get the bird, but is it really enough? Elyoya zones out so LEC can't walk in. 5 members of MKOI hold the line. Vincire's going to get side turret push, so teleport coming through, not interrupted. And NAVI like, who else can we stop in the meantime?
But look at the bot side as well. This is where NAVI now are playing off of multiple different angles of attack.
But you can't play that and then get caught out. LEC gets the bell rung for himself. Magical Journey, and he is out, but he had to flash. A couple of summoners getting burned here. 2v4. Tempered Fate, no, dodged again with the flash. Hobby won't let him out as finally the bullet time comes in, but it does nothing. Healed up to the movement speed as MKOI are running for their life. A bone skewer to set up and get the slow onto Elyoya. Vincere though, he's running for his life, he's almost dead. Meanwhile, the Infernum burns him down, but not enough damage yet. If Super was 5-10 more minutes into the game, that could have been different.
And also, AD carries are working towards that third core item. So this late game team fighting style game that we knew we were heading towards is nearing its approach.
Done. Okay, it is a Mundo though, going to take a little bit wild. Tempered Fate gets Elyoya mid-swing. But LEC is healthy and okay, but that is 2 ultis from NAVI right before Dragon spawns.
Exactly, the timing is crucial. Really nice play onto LEC, forcing his ult out and forcing him away from this objective means that NAVI cannot contest. But can they contest the Baron?
TP coming in immediately. Poby from the other side of the map. Dragon's been halted for the time being. As Baron starts off, this Nars going to do some good on-hit damage, but MKOI are on the chase.
You still need these ultimates to come back up and available. Keep your eyes on Vincere. He'll have to be the main engage tool.
They're going to run away. Mirwin's TP changes everything at 10k, now 9 as Sandy does a cheeky hit and run. MKOI have an angle though, and Navi's health bar dangerous. If they take this path, they can be punished.
Aphelios on mid-wave. That's what MKOI are playing for. Keep them at bay. Barely Mundo gets over the wall there.
Good damage as Poby tries to run down Super. MKOI run together as a pack. Mirwin is isolated. He's still here. He feels confident over to Mega Narbar is on the way. Mirwin looking for the flip into his team. Flash away is Manta. He gets out with his summoner over the wall, but Navi weren't nearby. That was a small mistake that could have been costly.
The shield from the TP of Mirwin was so scary to look at. Manta thought that he'd found an angle, but now the TP back in. Has Manta found a flank?
Okay, observers are trying to keep up. Yo, shout out to them. This is a hard game.
They're trying so hard to buy time for the ultimates. Now a NAVI in position. Vincere is close on the Narbar, but he needs to go soon. Can auto either of these fruits.
The pings are coming down.
There.
Does it, as you said, there's the angle. NAVI run back and try to give him some room. Manta's who you should be watching, looking for the Meganar against the wall. He won't find it. He's polymorphed again. Alvaro might have saved the game. Tempered Fate and the ulti from Super. Meganar comes in, but it's too late. Bullet time looks good, but Elyoya is in the way. Poby gets zoned off while the rest of the fight is Super again in the same damn place. Super gets not 2, but almost a 3rd. MKOI, like this bot side river, they've adapted to NAVI.
LEC managed to get the steal in the midst of all of it though. The Dragon goes to NAVI, but MKOI immediately turn over towards the Baron. There just wasn't enough. MKOI's team fighting is too strong.
What a series from Alvaro. That polymorph has been so game-changing. Manta just has been unable to play. How many times now have we seen this man die simply due to polymorph? While they do lose the Dragon,
Well.
I will W him. I W him.
There's a Chemtech Soul versus the Baron Onslaught that's going to put gold in the pockets of MKOI.
It's also great to see Alvaro performing like this because so much of the conversation is shifted into guys like Bucio for best support in the league. Alvaro has been at the forefront of that discussion for such a long period of time, and seeing him put in performances like this is why he's part of that discussion.
I also think that we've been seeing a lot of range supports from him this year, and range supports for me have always been a big question mark for him, but he has been getting better and better throughout this split. His Nami as well, on equal levels of his Lulu, and you can tell that the practice is really paying off.
Well, the scaling has come into effect. Super alongside him, who's had great team fight after team fight in both games now. 4 items on this Aphelios. Scaling, I think, is no longer a question, but just a remark of how MKOI have entered this second game at the 30-minute mark now as Inner turret goes down. Even though LEC in 2 games in a row, I can't remember the last game if you got an early lead, but Elyoya was definitely more proactive in the early game in game 1. But in the second game, it just feels like he's everywhere. And it's not even him using his ulti. Elyoya is in the right place at the right time every damn time.
I do think that LEC had a fantastic early game. It felt like he was...
NAVI are not pushing this too hard and fast. They want to take it nice and slow at 6k. MKOI are like, okay, we're going to take the Dragon as Mainta goes into Meganar. That's a big takeaway from Meowin as Poby on the edge of the fight as
They're
well.
too
Just
scattered.
TP into the opposite side. He wants to get in.
One's going now. Tempered Fate is there. Mainta's going to wait. The bullet time. No one ever comes out.
Polymorph
The
again.
Polymorph once more. Meganar, but doesn't hit a wall. Paris is the flash out. And again, look who's doing the business. Running forward is Poby. And the setup from Sam D was good as well. But Jojo, as he gets flashed on, he's doing so much from his own damn wall. MKOI somehow still alive as Alvaro lived through it all. And Rilech, as he runs back. Remember, Dragon still stands.
How the hell did Koi turn that fight?
Running back. Rilech is dead. Polymorph again. Alvaro, how the hell did he survive that fight?
With Super dying, I thought
Was
that
huge in the damage, and May now have just held on to the game for MKOI.
We've already seen it this split, but it wasn't this big flashy game. It was so set up for the teams fighting, and he's doing it again. Here, MKOI on the Dragon, rather Baron, with the perfect guns for Super. Baron's going to go down. Yes, MKOI will move to 3,500, a little bit more than that. But this game is not
But then
done.
you still have
Super's alone.
safety.
And there we go, Poby coming in the realm walk. Again, you just can't hit him as they're just taking a free Poby for the time being. Wild Growth comes through, Poby running it back, but he's dead. Super's played the Ranger with Calirum. He's going to play the rest of the fight. Navi walked in, but they need to call the ambulance the opposite way around. We're looking for Elyoya. Where's this guy? Where is this guy? Okay, Elyoya running in. On to Paris. Magical Journey. Paris is out on the back end. Elyoya looking for the chase. Mainta needs a Meganar to contribute to this fight. He runs up, bullet time in the way, but Elyoya puts a shield out. Mainta gets close, Derek Gage helps out. Meowin taking on Paris. Sandy gets one shot, grabbing him to the ground. Navi, you're not in Kansas anymore. You're not even in Pandora. I don't know where they're going, but down to the lower bracket as MKOI have a date back in their home country. They're going back to Spain.
Systematic destruction as Koi tear Navi apart. That's going to be a clean ace. Jojo has been pushing in topside this whole time. I don't know if they can actually end just yet. This NAVI isn't exactly pushing super fast, but my goodness, Koi, they came to play today. They came to make a statement as they dominate Navi in this series.
What a performance from MKOI. The TP back in from Jojo. They want to end this right now. It's Poby versus the world.
And the world is going to win. A wall in his way. 5 members of MKOI will stay and Poby down in the dirt. It is MKOI hosting in Barcelona after all. Why would they not be there at their own party as they slap Navi across the face, move into the top 3, and remind us to look dead in the eyes at our upcoming talent?